Change the shot.
Yeah, right here. Right.
Wyclef Jean Beat.
This one?
Yeah.
All right, now hit it. Right?
No, don't hit nothing.
Don't hit this yet?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I got to go to
the-
this one.
Mhm.
Go to that. It's in preview.
Wyclef Jean BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio. BKS1. God bless y'all.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wake your ass up.
Ah.
Get it. Real hip hop, son.
Know what it is. We're back.
Bang, bang,
Man
bang.
Cave Morning Show in full effect.
You know what it is. Wakanda forever.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. To my left, let's get introduced here.
Let's do this.
And you would be, sir?
My name is DJ Smooth P, a.k.a. Gun Show today.
Smooth P.
On the ones and twos.
Yes. And to my right, you would be. They say you get a little rude.
Deacon Woo. A.K.A. Let me get an egg and cheese sandwich. We're gonna get off the air because my fat ass is hungry. Bam!
Good morning,
And
everyone.
in the middle, who we got?
I'm your girl.
The flamethrower.
Miss Bedazzler.
The flamethrower.
You see, she bedazzled her butt right to the middle seat. She looked at us, she said,
hold on here. It's sparkle.
She said,
Diamonds.
guys,
Diamonds are forever.
since I'm the cutest, I think I'm gonna sit in the middle today. We can't dispute her, so we said, you got it, Jack.
You got it.
Good morning, everyone. Yes. Welcome to the Man Cave Morning Show. As you already know, Norm is at the doctor's. He told you guys yesterday, so he has to have a procedure done. But he will be back here Monday, bright and early. God willing, because we all going, pray that everything
We miss
come
you,
out okay.
fearless
No pun
leader.
intended.
Your ass back to the studio. No punish. Shut up, clown.
But definitely want to thank everybody for joining us today. And as you know, if you just joined us, you can be watching us from anywhere on the net.
Yes.
From YouTube. From Periscope.
Dig it.
From Facebook.
Dig it.
From Twitter.
Dig it.
Instagram.
Dig it.
Tune in on a TuneIn app.
That's the Tune In app. Get that
Or
app.
go to the mother site, WBcast1.com. There's no reason for you not to check this show out.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can also call in 646-233-1302. All right. So our topic for today is first. Before we do that, let's get some love to all the people in the chat. Okay, you want to shout them out?
Julius Gray, what up? Revy D, I see you. Denise Sparrow.
Okay.
Kenny Johnson. Nikki Raspberry. Tammy Knight. John Booth Sr. as opposed to Junior. What up? We see you.
And
Welcome. Mohammed. Oh, that's my partner, Mohammed. Mohammed Shafi. Respect.
Okay.
That's my fencing partner.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Good morning. Good morning, Kim Solomon. Good morning to everybody that just joined us.
How you see that without your glasses? I got it right. What? Mohammed.
Yes.
Pierre Parker.
So good morning to everyone. All right. So we're gonna jump right in. And let's see, we're gonna go with the topic, and the topic of the day is.
What the topic?
And I hope I'm clicking on the right button. Let's do it. Yep.
Relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? What say you, squad? Are you afraid to be alone, Smooth?
Who want to take that first?
Jacqueline. Deacon Woo, are you afraid to be alone, sir?
P, you want to jump in?
Take it first. Yeah.
He ain't never alone. What you talking about?
There you go. Hey, that's the name.
Yes.
I'll say no. I'm not afraid to be alone. You know why? Sometimes you actually need to be alone. You need that space. You know, to get to know yourself. Yeah. To get to grow. To just sometimes you just don't want people around. You know what I'm saying? Do I necessarily like to be alone? I'll say sometimes yes and sometimes no. Okay. There's been spurts and periods in my life where, I've been alone and I was okay with it. Then there's been other times that
What's the longest you've been alone? If you can put it into months, years, what's the longest hiatus that you've ever had where you didn't get any booty, you didn't have a booty call, you was alone?
That's different.
That's two different paradigms.
Yeah, that's not the
we're
same.
discussing.
Because
I know the Man Cave Morning Show.
Come on, son.
Come on. Man Cave Morning Show, but I get it. No, when you say, look, relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? So alone in my book is alone. No sex, getting to know me all over again after a relationship because you have to detoxify.
Yeah, you're right. But you're a woman, it's different.
Can I say something?
Men could be alone and still get out if we got to.
That ain't being alone.
Hold on,
but
hold
okay,
on. Little preventative maintenance.
Oh my God.
You bring the car in for an oil change.
Okay.
Rotate the tires.
Okay.
That don't mean I'm in a relationship with Jiffy Lube. That means I'm preventing me from going crazy. That's not necessarily a relationship.
Yeah.
But I can spend time alone with my God and with myself. And perhaps enjoy the company of a lady on occasion. But that's not a relationship. Continue on.
Okay. So we're going to read some of these comments and then I'm going to put my spin on it.
Yes,
okay. So Nikki Raspberry, she said, I'm good, Jay. Kim Solomon, she said, I'm never alone. I love all of me.
Okay.
And God is my man. Respect to that. All right. All right. Julius Gray, he said, good morning, everyone. Stephanie Thomas, she said, good morning, BKS family. And Patricia Shell Given, she said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Salute,
okay.
Muhammad.
Revy D, she said, there's a difference in alone and lonely.
Yes.
People tend to confuse the two, and you are correct. Those are facts. So let me say this. For me, I'm going to be 150 transparent with everybody. Me being alone, first of all, I wasn't born by myself. I have an identical twin sister. So I don't know what it's like to be alone. I had children very young. I had my first child at 18. So I went from being around people all the time to having a child at 18. So when I had my baby at 18, there was no time for aloneness. Then I got married to she was on 3 going on 4. I got married. So then I had a husband. Then in 92, I had another baby. 93, I had another baby. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't get to be alone, and this is real talk. You know, when I got to be alone, when I could say I was really alone, I might have had like 3 months here, 7 months there, maybe 9 months. Like where I didn't deal with anyone, didn't talk to anyone, and definitely didn't have sex. But it wasn't until I got divorced. My second marriage, I got divorced because I immediately, you know what they used to say, when you get out of a relationship, best way to get into get over that relationship is to get a new relationship. And that's primarily how I looked at it. I didn't grieve. I didn't think about it. I just went, okay, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to just jump right in, feet first. And I wasn't alone until I turned 30.
If you are...
I was 30. No, I'm sorry. I was 40. I apologize. I was 40. 39 going into 40. Yes.
All joking aside, if you're crouching it that way, I would say, after my 40s. Because again, moved from my grandmama's house to being married with my wife and what have you. And really never established or settled myself until after my marriage blew up.
Yes.
In my 40s. So technically, I guess you could say you're right that I didn't get a chance to be by myself until after my 40s. Now,
what I consider a second life.
Yeah, I do consider it rebirth. Now, if you're going to talk about my little broken ego and my hurt feelings, I'm trying to get on a rebound and prove that I'm still a man. You dumped me, marriage ain't break up, whoop. That doesn't really, I don't really consider that alone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I consider that,
yes.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, nothing else about that. But from there, when you recognize that, listen, God is calling you to reset by yourself.
Yes.
You can't hear from God till you're by yourself. Alone, I have kids, so not alone in that sense, but in the apartment, like, what is I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? And from there, it was a rebirth, like you said. And from that cocoon and that trauma, I met you guys, New Fair, I got on the radio. A lot of good things happened when I began to take stock and realize that, no, I'm not afraid to be by myself.
Yeah.
A. B. I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
Because at the time, my ex-wife did everything.
See,
I'm just keeping it 100.
I'm glad you said that.
So for me,
that's very respectful for you to give
I
her
learned
that.
the role that I played in the demise of our marriage instead of saying it's her, it's her, it's her, it's her, it's her. And it showed me how immature I was. Cause guess what?
Clap that up for yourself.
Guess what?
Yes.
When the light bill is late, she ain't gonna call and run that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the car broke down, it's gonna stay broke until I attend to it.
Nice.
So it makes me appreciate now.
Yes.
If I get a partner like, yo, Jay,
I
see you, I appreciate you. Cause I'll be sitting in my apartment starving. Like, I don't feel like cooking. Well, I guess your ass ain't gonna eat.
Wow.
As opposed to, get my food, woman. I'm the man of the house. You know how men are. You know how stupid we are.
Wow.
So it's profitable for me to be alone.
So you were alone, like, after you had to take in accountability for all of the stuff.
Yes, the stuff that I did.
Then you had to soul search and figure out who Dawood was on his own without all of the people that was basically your crutch. We talked about that yesterday, the enabling and everything,
like
right?
a cliche.
Yeah.
I had to find out who I was. But it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you know what else? I know what I will tolerate
and what you won't.
And what I won't. And when I see signs,
you out.
In any type of relationship, male or female, not just female. Like, yo, you know what, partner? You got your own place, I got my own place.
Yeah.
But let's move in together. Let's not.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
No.
Like, no.
I do.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm over here, you're over there, and you're not gonna force me.
Yeah.
Out of, well, that's my wife, that's my people, that's my brother, that's my son. No. Because I stand on my own 2 feet, I realize what I want and what I don't want.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna subjugate you to my bull crap.
Yeah.
Jay, if I know I'm not gonna change in a certain area, I'm gonna say I love you, babe. We can't be together.
Got you.
Feel me?
Got you. Well, that makes sense because I'm gonna read some of the chat in here.
Yeah, right.
Good morning, Ryan. She said, good morning, all. Revy D said, it's true, Woo.
Rev, you ain't never
Sandy
lied.
B said, good morning, y'all. All right. And Nikki
Squale.
Raspberry said, you are right. She said, right, Woo.
Nikki, you ain't never lied.
Yes. And Revy D, she said, me time is important.
Yes.
John Booth Sr., he said, true, Revy.
Right.
It is. It's important because you have to take that time out to figure out who you are. Because just say 20, you're someone else.
Yes.
30, you're someone else.
Yes,
You hit those
exactly.
40s, you're someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people be like, well, how can you change? Nothing stays the same. The weather don't even stay the same.
Sheesh.
So
Say that again.
everybody change
Yes.
as they mature.
Yes.
Or at least you should.
Yes.
You should, because by the time you're 40, and if you've never been alone, now I'm not talking about for those who have gotten married at 18, 19,
No, you still
and they
got
still
respect.
they still have
Yeah,
they,
I'm not
you know,
coming
their
for you with-
family,
yeah.
and
God
they're
bless
not
you.
divorced,
Yeah.
and
God
they're
bless you,
living
yeah.
in bliss, and they're
Right.
all happy. We're talking about the ones that have been miserable.
We talking about the
Yeah.
rest of us that messed up a couple
the
of times.
miserable and the
Yeah,
ones
us.
that should be alone.
Yeah, the
to
wretched
get
and
yourself
undone,
together.
like myself. The wretched and naked and ashamed.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
But you know what? I was gonna say, I've never, although I'm not afraid to be alone, I've
Yeah.
actually never been alone for a long period of time. I pretty much have always
had somebody,
been in like long term, even
Yes.
when I was young. Like
Yeah.
I've always been in long term
I
relationships. I'm a
understand.
Capricorn, so Capricorns we love to
Y'all
love
clingy.
and we love. Well, I
Paul
ain't
Joseph
clingy.
Williams.
Y'all clingy.
We love to love and we love hard. I don't know what Capricorn man you was dealing with.
I've never dealt with a Capricorn
Oh,
man. I've
okay.
only dealt. I
I'm
have
clingy, too.
Capricorn female
Oh,
like
okay.
family
Okay.
members.
Maybe
They
they
clingy.
are.
Are Aries clingy? I'm clingy
Yes.
as hell too.
Aries are clingy.
Very clingy.
Very clingy.
I learned that about myself.
Yes, very clingy.
Yes.
But this is the thing. I feel you, because if you have been in long-term relationships and you jump right into another one after another one, think about this.
Go ahead.
These young people nowadays, right? They meet somebody and in 2 weeks, that's their bae.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, that's how they do it.
Maybe
now.
not even.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how they do
That's
it
my
now.
bae. That's my day one. You just met your shoulder 2 weeks ago. How is this your day one?
I'm in love.
Like, really?
Let me get this straight. Somebody sent you a naked picture.
There you go.
You had sex.
That's my bae.
Am I old? Should I have said
my
that?
bae.
Am I showing my age?
That's my boo.
Please.
You know, like, no, you really have to take time to yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're always pouring into people, when are you gonna pour into yourself?
Facts.
And if you're always around someone, especially of the opposite sex, or even if you know you're in a girl-on-girl relationship, whatever the relationship is, you have to take time to yourself. It's okay to be alone.
Yes.
That's when you're gonna like really, really speak to yourself. So we had a guest on here yesterday, Money Lynn, right? Lynn Hobson, and she talked about being celibate.
Go ahead.
And so when I heard that, I said, okay. She said she had been celibate for 6 months. And people might be like, girl, 6 months ain't nothing. It is something.
It's a big something.
Let me tell you, 6 months
Yeah.
it's like a decade
exactly.
in this day and age.
Yeah.
That's a long time not to
Let
have
me-
companionship,
let-
in my opinion.
Let me get a piece
Yes.
of this, y'all, if
Go
you
ahead.
don't mind.
Go.
And no, she didn't. Not to cut you off, though. She didn't necessarily say she didn't have companionship.
But
she just was saying
I'm
she
talking about the
wasn't.
companionship in a other way.
I got you.
Let
Yes.
me get a little
Yes,
piece of
go
that.
ahead.
Now, like P, I'm the person that likes long-term relationships.
Okay.
So I'm like a serial monogamist. Like, get into a relationship, get out, get into that. Not,
Yes.
you know, I'm not the type of just this
Yeah.
person, that person, this person, that. But watch this. You know, when I got married, I was in my 20s, and testosterone, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's my penis. Dun, 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 dun. I have to prove that I'm. So here I am, ain't married no more. My testosterone level dropped a little bit.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, I can be okay without having sex. I can be okay and sit next to you without slobbering over you.
How
like
long
a
has it
clap-
been? Like, no, I'm just asking because you guys are men, right?
Yeah.
But you're married. But how
Let's
long?
just say, hey, let's just say that not having sex
It
gives
makes you clarify
it
stuff,
gives you
right?
real talk. And all joking aside,
Yeah.
like, so much of my ego was tied up into my sexuality
Okay.
that
That's
when I
very
stopped-
manly of you to
When I
say.
stopped having sex, I was like, what? Okay, look. I ain't got no wife. I ain't really. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
my whole everything crashed.
Okay.
Right? Because everything that I thought made me a man.
I was just gonna ask you that.
feel
Did you
me?
feel like
Look,
you
look,
wasn't a
look,
man
look.
anymore because
See-
you're not having sex every day?
Look, you see her, son? You know what it is. You know what I mean? Look. My car, that shit broke down. Could you? You know what I mean? Look. I'm
It's falling apart.
Look. I'm a husband. I'm a husband. No, you're not. I'm a father. You a baby daddy. So
Oh.
I'm not.
I get you.
In my mind.
I get you.
In my mind. Of course, my children
Yes.
still love, but in my mind, I was like, I'm not around anymore.
Yes. You're not there 24
Look,
hours
look,
a
look,
day.
Look.
Yeah.
Bald, fat, tired, can't fence no more. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? My back hurting. I'm sitting in the apartment by myself, like, what is that?
The wall started closing in.
Yes, the wall starts closing in. All joking aside,
Yes.
and I met God. I was like, hey.
That
I
was
was
give you
like,
that clarity.
I was like, yo, God.
You
God.
talked to him like your
I was
homie,
like
right?
this. I was like this. I was in my tub, buck naked, rubbing my belly. I was like, look, God, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I can't function in this punkish fashion.
Got you.
So either you going to step up,
yes,
God, or I'm going to take it into my own hands.
Okay.
I know that's disrespectful.
Yes.
Right?
But it's real talk.
Yeah.
God
You're talking to God like,
I was
hey.
like, yo, homie.
Yes.
God respected me. I mean, he stepped up. Now watch this.
There you go.
When I came out of my cocoon around my children, it was like I was shining like new money.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I got my own. I gets my own. I don't owe nobody nothing. So when I step on the scene, I'm like, hey.
Because you took that time to get into you.
And it makes me more attractive when I
Yes.
found out how vulnerable I am.
Yes.
And when I found out, you know, that it is about God.
Yes.
Not about who I'm having sex with, how
Yes.
much money I got,
Yes.
who I punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Here,
I
you
was
want
an
to read
idiot.
some of these comments?
Yes.
We're gonna go,
Now, where are we going to?
where is it? Oh, good morning, Paul. How are you today? All right.
Julius Gray. Norm, be easy, bruh. Paul Joseph, good morning.
then
Scroll
you
down
wanna
there.
go up.
Oh, we want to
Yeah,
go up.
yeah, mine works out.
Okay. Ryan Cuthbert.
Yes.
Yes, Jackie. Yes, Jackie.
Thank you, Phil.
Revy D. Not your bae. What?
He said, not your babe.
Not your bae.
That's your ass,
butt,
buddy.
Your butt buddy, basically.
Excuse me for saying it that way, but some people are confused.
Facts. All right.
Then also,
What's
Paul
that?
Joseph Williams said, loneliness is a state of mind.
Yes.
Okay.
This is true.
Fact, yeah.
Okay.
This is true. This is so true because I have a lot of friends that are pastors, and
Yes.
they pour into me. And I'm not talking just male; I'm talking female too. I know pastors from all over the country, so they pour into me by talking to me, and a lot of stuff I couldn't receive when I was when I was 39 up until I was like 44. I was still young because I had kids at a young age, so I did not get to experience all the stuff that people experience in their 20s. So
Okay.
I'm trying to live now. I'm trying to cram it all into like 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm trying to like cram it in, right? Because I hadn't been there.
I respect your
'Cause
honesty.
I have always been in relationships after relationships, and they've all been like long term.
Go
To
ahead.
me, anything over a year and a half, we doing something. Especially if it's just you and I. So most of my relationships that I have been in that was significant was 3 years or more.
Okay.
When I say 3 years or more, I'm talking 3, 5, 10. Okay, so I've been in long-term relationships. And once I got out of those relationships, I had to really sit back and think, and I got clarity from a lot of the ministers who were pouring into me,
Yes,
saying,
ma'am.
hey, listen, you really need to slow down. It's not good for you to kind of be in these streets like a dude.
I respect you.
You-
Yo.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, speak. No, I love you for saying
You
that.
need to chill, ma.
And you know what? It's not good for dudes to be out here in these streets like a dude.
True.
It ain't good for me either.
True. You know, like
I thought it was.
like
It's
baby
not
girl.
a good thing, man.
Relax.
Slow
And so
down.
I fell off
Right.
the face of the earth, basically, and I
I
was
did too.
hot and heavy in this industry. I mean, when I say hot and heavy, I would literally be in clubs falling asleep because I would be going 3-4 days a week.
Okay.
Just going, meeting different people, doing this, doing that. And listen, I'm not an angel because I have done some things, honey. When I tell you, see,
Yeah, we've
I
all
tell the
done some
truth and
stuff.
shame the devil. I've done some things. And have I had some one night stands? I had a couple. Yeah. That's when I knew I needed to get myself right. And one day I woke up
Respect.
and I said, I cannot live like this anymore. I am going to work. I threw myself into work. And when I say I threw myself into work, I had 3 jobs. I literally would come home for maybe an hour and a half, sit, relax, and I would be out the door. Then I'm on to the next job. And I had to, that's what I threw myself into. I threw myself into work because I was like, I need to get myself focused and stop thinking about all these different 31 flavors. Because I was a mess.
But you know,
I can relate.
sometimes too, that could throw your mind off too. You know.
But for me, it was a good thing. Work, because I needed to focus and see what was really real. And that was when I had my talks to God. Like,
Yes.
listen, I would get up in the morning. I'd be like, good morning. I'd be like, now let's talk. Like, he was like my friend. Like, I'm not like coming to him like,
no, you talking to him straight.
Father in heaven did it. No, I'm like, listen, let me tell you what's going on with me. I know you already know because you made me.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, but I'm going to tell you how I see me. And the things I need
with no
you
shame.
to change.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
And that's how I matured. That's how I matured.
I mean,
yes.
the fear dropped away.
Yes.
When the sun came up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in the tub naked sobbing, and guess what? The sun came up the next day, and I just felt a closeness to God that I had never felt.
And you felt like a weight was lifted, right?
Felt like a weight was lifted, and I communicated with God the way I wanted to.
Yes.
Now, excuse me, all my pastor friends. If I got to use profanity, if I'm just by myself,
yes,
I'm talking to God from how I want to. And guess what?
So you went to him naked.
Yes.
And I don't mean, naked.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Naked and undone.
Tub, but
you know what I mean?
Naked, yes.
Yeah. And he met me where I was.
Yes.
And I too have a lot of pastor friends. And I want to say thank you because, they don't say I'm a heathen because I'm no longer Christian as a Buddhist.
Yes.
But I have a lot of like spiritual friends that are able to feed into me and the things that they were saying I was not able to process because it was all about my physicality.
Yeah.
All about who I could sleep with and what I could do, who I could beat up and blah, 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 blah. When you strip that all away, if you're not your pain, who are you?
Yeah.
If you're not your fear, who are you? If you're not your ego and your pride and what you drive, who are you?
Wow.
So it was profitable for me to go through that. Now, being on this mic has always been my dream.
Okay.
And reaching people has always been my dream.
Yeah.
But because I had the experience, no disrespect to nobody, I don't give a damn about this industry.
Yeah.
Not one iota. What I care about is the connections that we make.
Yeah.
When people call a show and they reveal themselves to us and we can help people.
Yes.
Right? And we can connect and it makes people think. And we can have our therapy sessions.
Was it Stephanie yesterday,
right? Of course.
Right? Yes.
We've had incredible conversations.
Yes.
From suicide to death of children and everything. That's what's important to me.
Okay.
You dig?
Yes.
And unless I was by myself to be with God,
you would have never
this
seen
razzle
that.
dazzle would have shook me.
Yes.
I don't give a damn about no light, camera, action, no satanic industry. No disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to whomever. But I know who I am.
Yeah.
And I know who my God is. And I'm going to use this platform to spread love and light.
Yes.
So the rest of you gossipy, stupid, whatever.
Ouch.
Rock out. I'm not mad at you, but I know who I am.
So if you're just joining us, you're joining the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes, yes.
You have Smooth P on the ones and twos.
Yes.
You have Deacon Dawu over here.
Yes, sir.
And me, I am Jackie D. All right? And we're talking about relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? And we're going to read some of the comments. And don't forget, you guys can call in
646-233-1302.
All right, so we're going to read some of the comments. And we have Revy D. And she said, I get a delay sometimes.
My comments are behind.
It's fine. No, it is a delay. Facebook
you
have a
got
delay
the
automatically,
Yeah.
so we understand
Right.
it. So we're gonna try to get to all of your comments as well. And look, our general, he is on. Hello,
he
sir.
don't even know how to
He don't even know how to be in the damn
He
hospital.
probably like,
without-
Doc, no, I need my phone.
Like, hold on,
wait.
Hold on, I gotta run my station, son. I'm a business owner. Hold on. Shut up, Dawood. Jackie, fix your face.
All right. So Norm said, no one wants to die alone. That's why we need to choose our mates wisely
facts.
and nurture our relationship.
Yeah, clap that up.
Exactly. But before you can get to that point, you got to figure out who you are
Yeah,
first.
you know what?
Because you don't want to mess with somebody else's life up.
Go
And
ahead,
that's what we do a lot.
Exactly.
We mess with people's lives up. We are screwed up.
And we
Right.
screw
And
other
we
people
screw
up.
other people
And we
up.
screw our kids up.
And listen,
And other people's kids up.
And
Go ahead.
I'm sure
Yes.
I did that myself. I'm sure
I
for my
have to.
second marriage, I'm sure he don't speak to me to this day.
Wow.
But
Rightfully
he wanted
so.
to marry me again.
Oh, wow.
But he wanted to marry me again. I
In
just want to say.
silence. In silence.
He wanted to marry me again. I at that particular
Hey.
point in time, I knew I wasn't good for him
Yeah.
because I wasn't mature It was a lot of things that I did in a marriage that should not have been allowed in a marriage. And that's why I don't do those shenanigans to this day. Because I learned from them. All right. I needed that time alone so I can find out who Jacqueline, that's my government, y'all, really was. Not Jackie, not Jackie D, not Sunshine, not the flamethrower. I had to figure out who I was. And before I can do anything else and be a disservice to someone else. All right? I was a disservice.
I agree. A lot of times, like I said, we bring old baggage and garbage into new relationships. And, you know, because you don't take that time to be alone, like I said, to figure out who you are, you know, what you want to do, what direction you want to be in, what, you know, what you're willing to take, what you're willing not to take. Because, you know, you just, like I said, hopping from one to one to one to one. You never get your own time. And Nikki Raspberry said, she said, after the death of my second husband, I'm good being alone for a little while. She said, this is my reset for me.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well, you know what? Sorry for your loss.
Definitely.
And listen, if you are like on your second marriage or in that second part of your life, like most of us are who are over 40, we understand when you're over 40, you're no longer that person that you were at 30 or 35 when you're like, I have to be married, I have to have a kid, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, you can. It's okay to take a chill and relax. We get it. We understand. And thank you for that transparency.
Definitely, yes.
We really appreciate that, Nikki.
While you go to other comments, you remember the story of Moses. You know, for the first 40 years of his life, he was the prince of Egypt. The next 40 years, he was in the wilderness. At 80 years old, at 80, he became the leader of Israel. So when we talk about our wilderness experiences, like Moses, 40, can you imagine being one step away from the king? He had a signet ring, and he would put the signet ring on, and whatever he said was the law, because his word was the king's word. Imagine being stripped of all of those things, going into the desert, shovel camel shit for 40 years. And this is why Christians refer to it as a wilderness experience. From there, now you're 80, you would figure, I'm done. I'm finished. But that's when God used him. When the world said he was finished, he was crippled, he couldn't make it anymore, he was too slow, he didn't know how to speak. That's when God used him. So like that, when we look at our lives, it was profitable to go through adversity so that we can learn from it, learn who we are. Sometimes God has to remove everything from you so that you realize that you're not your pain, you're not the wreckage of your past and everything. And when you come from that experience, you can stand squarely with God and yourself and speak truth to power fearlessly. Let me tell you, it's a lot of evil in the world. And we use this platform to combat that evil. All right. Go ahead. And this writing is so small. I don't know how the hell you read this stuff. No, for real. It's too small. I can't. I'm like,
that's why I moved
cannot read. I can read, but it's too small.
No, I
General, I can read. Understand?
So I'm going to read some more comments.
Read that. I can't. It's too small. My glasses.
Michael Lamont says, some people will never experience greatness because they're spending enough time alone building character and economic growth. Singleness is an excellent time for self-development.
Facts.
We agree.
Facts.
Yes. Agree with that.
Yes, we agree. Let me go down to Nikki Raspberry. I'm sorry. She said this is a reset for me, which we understand and we get it because of the loss that she suffered. Then she said again, right, Jackie, thank you all so much. And Paul Joseph Williams,
being alone can give you a sense of clarity. Loneliness can give you a sense of desperation. Well said,
exactly.
Joseph.
There's definitely a distinct difference between
being alone and loneliness. Yes.
So, go ahead, P.
I was going to say, and I think that's why some people, I think that's what it is. I think some people aren't afraid of being alone, but they are afraid of being lonely.
Yes.
Because in actuality, you can be in a relationship with somebody and still be lonely.
Facts.
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 You don't even have to be alone
Yes.
to be lonely.
Very true.
You know, so
Very true.
But I'll say, like, I'm like you, Jackie. When I separated and divorced my first wife,
sorry, baby.
You good?
You know, I did a lot of self-reflecting.
Okay.
Right? Even though for the main part, the reason that we broke up was something that she did.
Okay.
But in my mind, like, you know what? You can't point all the blame over there. You got to
clap that up for yourself. This is true.
You know, like, what part did you play in all of that to make that happen?
Yes.
You know, why did XYZ happen, and what could you do in the future to
make sure it don't happen again?
You know,
yes.
the same thing. Reflect on yourself of things that you do and what might be some of your challenges, and you know.
Yes.
So you got it. And I agree with you like 200%. You have to do a self-evaluation first.
Yes.
Before you move on, because otherwise, like I said, you're damaged goods. You never want to bring your garbage to a new relationship. Oh, well, so and so used to do that. It's just like, and they used to like the new person doesn't want to hear that, whether it's male or female. Nobody want to hear what your ex used to do. And guess what? I'm not your ex.
True. So
don't compare us. You know, don't compare me to them. Don't tell me what they did, because I'm not them. And if you're not over what they did to you, then maybe this isn't the right time for us to be together. You know.
I gotta before you move on, I gotta underline what my brother just said. Do you know I used to hang my hat on what my ex did? Well, she did this.
Yeah.
And she did. That's why we're no longer together. Never ever was able to take accountability and responsibility and ownership of the role I played.
Okay.
And when that hit me, it was devastating.
Yes.
Because I was in denial. Number one. Number two, I had to go back to her and apologize.
Wow.
Because I was like, look at her. She's the scourge of society. She wears the scarlet letter. She's a witch from hell. Right?
I cannot.
Never took into consideration how abusive my words were to her. How I turned others against her. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when that all came to me, all I could do, you know, as the pastors will know, get naked in sackcloth and ashes and truly, truly repent and turn from my ways. Because like P said, now you're trying to be in another relationship, but you still haven't healed.
Yeah.
You still haven't taken accountability for how abusive you've been. So now I'm going to be abusive towards you.
Yes.
Now you're triggering me. My ex-wife used to do that. Jackie, don't look at me. People don't got nothing to do with.
They don't nothing to do with.
You understand what I'm saying?
They don't even know what's going on.
Listen, Dawood.
Yes.
Dawood, you need some psychotropics?
Yes.
Do you need some counseling?
Yes.
I'm for real, bro. Like, yo, you may need some meds. You need to do something to reset.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good word. Reset.
And rebalance.
Yes.
And then as African Americans, we don't do therapy.
Yeah.
Right? We do illicit drugs and sex.
Right? We do illicit drugs and sex.
Or we don't do the Lord, we do religion.
Yeah.
The Lord can save you, but religion can't.
Yeah.
Go to some bootleg, jackleg, pimp preacher, giving them all your money that ain't got nothing to do with the Lord and the Lord and Savior. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we do a lot of things.
That's crazy. I know a few of them.
Numb your heart and get killed.
I know a few.
All right,
of them.
let's get it.
So I want to read some of these comments. Michael Lamont, he said, for some, being a dependent is a lot easier than being independent.
Being a dependent.
A dependent. Like if you're like your kid.
Exactly.
Like I can claim you on my income tax. Yes. Yeah.
Jackie, I'm sorry. If you were in a relationship with me, I would be your 5th, 6th, and 7th child.
5th, 6th, and 7th. Wow.
No, not anymore. I'm a man. But
yes.
Listen, you know how much disservice I did to my ex-wife?
Wow.
With my childish insecurity
wow.
and immaturity.
A lot of people can't admit that.
What woman wants to raise a man?
Fact,
right?
Yeah.
But then I
Besides
call
their
you,
mama.
Look, you bitter, Jackie.
Yeah, it's my fault. Everything's my fault, right?
It's your fault, Jackie.
Yeah. So and that's what so we're talking. If you're just joining us, you're joining the Man Cave Morning Show.
That's right.
And we're talking
and no,
about.
she's not a man.
No, I bring the balance.
She's the balance, mother of the universe.
So we're talking about relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone?
Yes.
So we're at a consensus where a lot of people have to self-examine themselves, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When you get out of a relationship, I'm gonna be honest. I look at when you break up with someone, it's like mourning a death.
It is.
Yes.
It's devastating.
If
right?
if you really cared and
about
loved
that
the person.
Yes, P. Yes.
It's like mourning a death. And you may have moments where you're happy, where you're laughing.
Yes.
And then you may have moments where you're just crying, bawling, and you
Naked in the bathtub with me.
Yes.
You get naked a lot.
Get naked. Nakedness.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? So you're at that point where one day it's a high, the next day it's a low.
Right.
Yes.
So you have
You're
to
not balanced.
mourn
You do.
that relationship.
Yes, you do.
I always tell people,
Yes. Yes.
if you've been in a relationship for a year, sometimes it takes 6 months to get over that.
Yeah.
If you
at
think
least.
about it.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because your whole life was different for a year.
Exactly.
Or a year and a half, or
Yeah.
2 years, or 3 years. Sometimes it takes you just that long to
What?
get out of it.
Yes.
Fact.
And people don't believe that. They're like, man, I'm going to the next. Ain't nothing going to slow me down, son.
That's some fool trying to fool
Okay.
themselves, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, because all you doing is masking, the actual issue
Yes.
and problem. You're
Yes.
not the only person you're fooling is yourself. Because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the people who know you, they can see right through that. And
Yes.
they're like, yeah, man, he going through it, but we're gonna keep smiling with him.
Yeah.
We gonna have his back, or we're gonna have her back,
Right.
Because we love him.
Yes.
But it's all right. It's okay, and that's what people gotta understand. It's okay to have that mourning period.
Yes.
Like I said,
And that me time.
That me time. Like I said,
Yes.
that's time for you to grow. Like I said, it makes some people more spiritual. Like I said, they do start talking to God more.
Yes.
Gives you some more clarity. Like I said, give you time to self-evaluate.
Yes.
It'll only make you a better person if you
Yes.
use it wisely.
You should.
You use the time
Use it
wisely
wisely.
instead of
Yes.
using it to hate and build up resentment and all of that. Let it go. For whatever reason that it didn't work, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But
Listen.
don't bring that with you to the next. Don't have all that in the back of your mind. Okay, well, this ain't gonna happen again. And I see. Oh man, so and so you should do that. You're ruining it for yourself. If you're not really ready, to move on and step into the next relationship,
Don't ruin somebody else's life.
Don't ruin somebody, because you know what? You might be holding that person up for somebody else who really do care for them, love them, who might, you might be messing with somebody else's blessing.
Facts.
Can I get?
Yeah.
Can I have a man moment?
Yes.
Because this is the man cave.
Yes.
Okay. Men. Right? If your relationship has ended, please consider celibacy for a while. Listen to me, man. Listen. A lot of male sexuality is very warped.
Okay.
Maybe our father was a womanizer.
Speak to that.
Maybe we were abused by our cousin or teacher or whomever. Okay? That's not a badge of courage. That's not something you hang your hat on. Yeah, I slept with my math teacher. Oh, dog. And wait a minute now. Real talk.
She said 1 + 1 made 2.
Made 2. Right? My cousin slipped in the bed with me when I was 14 years old. These type of issues warp men's perception of sexuality. And then we start doing a notch on your belt. So what God asks us to do is say, well, who would you be without sex? How do you even know? And I'm talking to women too.
Yeah.
What you like until you stop having it. Now watch this.
Wow. Yeah.
If you were abused, right? When I say abused.
Yeah.
If you had sex a little too early. Now in the African American community, we screw like rabbits because we ain't got nothing to do, ain't got no money, and just got time on our hands or whatever. You know what I mean? Ain't no Head Start program no more. Donald Trump done cut all the aid and whatever. But let me be real. I'm trying to make light of it. How much of your sexuality and my sexuality is back because we were started off a little too early?
Yeah.
Now, we done had a baby at 18 years old. Now we done got married. Or I'm looking at my daddy, right? My daddy used to have the Polaroids. Rest in peace, sir. I love you, Pop. And what it did was it skewed my perception of sexuality. You understand? Celibacy says, listen, let me reset. It's painful because what you're going to do is get defensive. You see what I'm saying? Men and women, it's not your fault. Don't be ashamed. Don't be bitter. Don't be angry. But really use the time after I went through my, I'm still a man, Jackie.
Yeah.
I can still pull a woman.
Yeah.
I'm still attractive. After you go through that bull crap, celibacy, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
What it says is, watch this. What do I like?
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what I like because I was having sex since I was 14. Like at 14 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, P? Yeah, I'm ready to have sex. No, you weren't. Take that back and let God restore you because God can.
Yeah.
Don't be guilty about it. All right, go ahead. I ain't mean to bring the show down.
Not at all.
You did it.
Well, I
Bang,
can't
bang, 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 bang.
I don't know. Celibacy is a hard thing.
Yes.
It really
It's like
is.
cutting meat out of your diet.
Yeah.
I eat beans and rice on Monday.
you've
Like
been
some meat on Tuesday.
When you've been a carnivore all your life,
Yes.
you know.
Yo, say that thing. Say that.
I'm
It's
saying,
an addiction.
It's an addiction.
It's hard.
But I tell you, I'm kind of
Say
bad. Like
that
when I have breakups, you know what I'm saying? Like so I usually give myself some time. But I just realized I kind of got a pattern that I do.
Yes.
And the pattern is most of the time, and it's never been nothing actually super serious afterwards, but I usually find myself a younger woman after I break up with somebody. And it just seems like it pisses off the other. I'm like, oh, he done went and got him some young chick now. And I'm like, I'm just trying to let you know I still got it. Then I can get him if I want him. So look,
bang,
look,
bang,
look
bang,
at what you just done.
Bang, 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 bang.
I've actually done that a few times. I'm just realizing in my head, and I don't even think I do that. I don't think I do it purposely, or maybe I do. I don't know. Subconsciously, maybe.
Yeah.
But I've done that a few times now that I think about it, and I've
never dated a young guy.
I've had one say that to me before, like, "Oh, you did that? You did that when we broke up," and I was like. I was like, oh,
wow,
Jackie, I see
I've
your,
never done that.
I see your wheels turning, but I gotta put my I have to put my cuckoo-ness out.
Yeah,
I'm so glad to be 47 because now the women I date are my age.
Yeah,
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah,
I like the older women.
Oh no.
Like I've never dated a younger guy.
I'm not saying that I like young.
No.
They're nice to look at.
Yeah,
okay. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, I've always been more attracted to older women.
Yeah.
I've always been mature for my age.
Yes.
So have I.
I was able to even step to them.
Yeah.
Because even though they knew I was younger than them, they wouldn't think that I was as young as I was.
Got it.
From my conversation, things that I might have acquired, you know, and even if they did think that, they was like, but he's mature enough. He can handle this maybe.
But
you know,
P, I'm speaking to what's the word? My retarded sense. Like, yeah, I am mature, but I'm talking about like to my evil retarded self, like my bizarro sexuality.
I got you.
Which says that I'm going to conquer you.
Yeah.
You're older. You're established, but you can't deal with this.
I cannot.
Now that's it. You understand? No, I'm listening.
Yes.
And so therapy, and
yes.
I'm keeping it. Look, can we talk?
Yeah.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when I meet a young lady, I can be my full self, not this warped. You know, no. P, I'm a have the Queen of England because she's powerful. She's 95 years old. That was but I'm gonna rule the world. Because why? Because I felt powerless.
Yes.
So I felt that if I could subjugate you, not be your match, not help you, not support you, not provide for you, but if I could subjugate you, like Jackie, I'm gonna kick Jackie. That was some sick stuff.
Yeah.
I'm no longer sick.
Yes.
But for anyone of us out there that may not want to say those type of things,
I'm
your man.
He got you. He got you.
Yes.
So I just want to say hi to is that Diana Aguiar? Okay. Hello. How are you? So if you've just joined us, we have been talking about relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? So this is the Man Cave Morning Show, and you have Smooth P to my left, which would be your right, and you have Deacon Dawood to my right, which would be your left, and I am Jackie D.
Throw in the center.
And I want somebody.
Norm. He'll be back on
He'll
Monday.
be back on Monday. We need somebody to call in. One of y'all got to call in and give us a little story. I know somebody out there that got something.
Am I the only sicko on this panel?
Maybe
No.
people don't want to
I'm the
disclose.
only sick person.
Yes.
People don't want to.
Y'all okay, right, Jackie?
People don't want to be
Everybody's
transparent.
cool. Ain't never,
No,
nobody
listen.
never did nothing stupid.
Yeah, no, I've done a lot. That's why my
646-233-1302. Go ahead.
Yeah, 646-233-1302.
1302. You better call in.
This is why my ex, my second husband, do not speak to me, because I ruined his life in his mind, even though I've apologized.
Right.
And
He just never
anybody
got
that
over
I
it.
dealt with that we are exes now, we are friends to this day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except him.
Well, the same for me.
Except it's just that one.
Yeah.
He's very bitter and angry.
It's the same
And
now.
he
Yes.
will not let it go.
But he can have that.
Will
though.
not let it go. And I'm okay.
Caller from the 908.
Oh, we
Queen.
got a caller. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this right. Hi, caller. Welcome to the Man Cave Morning Show. We're talking about relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? Please state your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good morning. This is Revy D. I'm calling from Linden, New Jersey.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I was calling. It's hard for me to, keep trying to type in because I'm way behind and my comments look like a little misplaced.
We get it.
But basically, I don't necessarily want to call it doing something stupid, as Wu put it. But basically, when relationships, you're born into an agape relationship, with your parents.
Yes.
And you go from being your parents' child, your sibling, sister or brother. And me personally, I married out of the house. I didn't have that me time in between.
Right.
And a lot of people make that mistake. You're trying to get out of your house, whatever the situation is. You don't take that time to build up, get your own space, and find out who you are as an individual. Because now you're in another type of relationship, and then you have your children. So now you're your children's mother.
Yep.
And you're also your husband or wife's spouse.
Yes.
So it's like a vicious cycle. And, me personally, I'm getting my me time now. My youngest son, he moved out about 2 years ago. And, but I wanted my children to be in that position so that when they moved out, they don't have to come back.
Yes.
I
got that one up.
Yes.
Be independent, be as independent as you possibly can,
right.
So this way, you can explore life and, get out there and see the world.
Yes.
Don't get hung up.
Yes.
Like I did, get your own space and be your own person, know who you are, and then you can be a better person to whoever you may meet along the way.
Exactly.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
I personally did not get that time. So now I'm 61 years old.
Okay.
And I'm a cancer survivor, 14 years.
Nice.
So I'm having fun right now.
Yes.
See?
What you ought to.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And you can attest to that, because once you move out of the house, you have a baby. Some people don't have babies. They have babies while they still live with their parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I was one of them because I was 18. And when 6 months, my daughter, she was born in August. So by that next January, she was born in 87, 88, January. I was in my own place.
Nice.
I said, I can't live with my mother after I done had a baby.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm 18. I gotta go. And I have never looked back. But you go from having kids to a husband to being in my case, I had a kid first, then I got married, then I had more kids. I was never alone.
Now I gotta pick up.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for giving us
Definitely.
a call in
We
and
appreciate it.
talking to us about your story. We appreciate you.
No problem. Love the show. Keep up the good work.
Have a wonderful weekend.
I gotta big up what Rev said. Like, when I think about my maturity, right?
Yes.
I went from being like a kid to being someone's husband and somebody's father.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Now, I had the title,
Yeah.
but I certainly didn't have the maturity.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm your husband, and you got to do what I said. But it's like, when I look back on it now,
transparency is
when I
something.
when I look
wow.
back, shut up.
I'm just saying. Wow.
But when I look back on it now, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm 47. Okay, I grew up at like 40.
Wow,
that's a long.
Yeah,
I had the title, the house, the car, the wife, the Shih Tzu.
Wow,
the government job. Went to church every Sunday.
Wow,
was active in my church and was a boy. But you could not tell me.
Wow.
And my ex-wife was like this. You're not a man. What? You don't tell me what to do, girl. Wah, 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 wah. She was
Isn't that a reality check?
She was like, Dawood, I need you to be a man. What you talking about? Me go get some money. So what I would do is I would run away from my wife.
Wow.
And work double shifts. I paid the bills, but I wasn't handling no business, Jay.
Wow.
You hear me, Jay? All the pressure and the stress, the bill collectors.
Yeah.
Who's going to the school? Who's doing the PTA? Her. Because I'm working 17 hours a day. Because in my mind, you feel me?
So you felt because you were working, you were doing all these things,
right.
All your boxes was checked. But they weren't checked.
No.
Okay.
And that was such a disservice. I have apologized to my ex-wife.
Yes.
And I've apologized to my children.
Yes.
No, real talk.
Okay.
And so it was so key what Revy said, like, you're not really mature.
Yes.
If you never got your own space, but wait a minute, now you got but you got kids though with your own space. I'm talking about none of us, I don't think in the panel, like got our own space and then had no. We got the kids, then the space, then the marriage. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yes, no.
And it retarded our maturity level. You dig? So that's why we 50 years old in the club, like, hey.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Looking like a big dummy. Like a big hot dog in spandex.
Yes,
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
You feel me? But that's the truth, isn't it?
Yes. Been there.
Very immature.
Been there.
With gray hair and a boy with gray hair. That don't even make no sense. Bald and still a boy.
I be feeling bad for those jokers, those 60, 70-year-olds in the club trying to get them a little. Come on. Like they're in there. And you know, people are like, look at them.
Okay.
Jackie, they got the van, Jackie. They got the van outside for you, Jackie.
They got the van.
They got the van, Jackie.
Ew. I want to tell y'all a story.
I got the mattress in the van, Jackie. Come on.
Like, ill. I promise y'all this is the truth. So I went to this restaurant a few weeks ago. It was my husband's birthday, so I took him out. I love doing stuff like that. Nobody have to ask me to do anything. If I got it, I'm going to take you out. No expense. Don't worry about it. Order what you want, right? Yes, it was his birthday. Took him out for his birthday. And it was this other girl across from us, and she was like, "It's my birthday." Oh, wow.
No, man.
Let me tell you, I was so shocked, and I'm gonna tell you why I was shocked. I thought she said it was the old dude she was with birthday.
Okay.
This guy looked like he can barely walk. Looked like he needed a cane or a walker, and she looked like she couldn't have been no more than like 32, 33.
Wow.
She like, right? First of all, and then she had on this outfit that was clearly inappropriate.
Oh my gosh!
And this is just to go with what P said. He like him, when he break up, whatever. Yeah. He like him a little young, just like old men like him a little young, right? But he was old,
young and thick.
Yeah, well, she wasn't young and thick. She was young and cracked out. That's what she looked like. Okay, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
right?
that crack coochie.
So old girl got up. This is why you old men have to be careful with these younger women.
Yo, say that.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
No, say that.
They out for your Social Security check.
Yes, they are.
She gets up. She was gone like 20 minutes. So me and my husband looking over and we like, the people behind us like, did she stick him for his paper? Did she leave him? She get up, take her phone, and she left. And I'm just saying all that to say, it's okay to be alone. Yes, and Norm said, it's nobody wants to die alone. But I get that. But if I gotta get people using me,
exactly,
so
just to be
I
around.
Can be around them, I'll be alone.
Yeah, for sure.
I will be alone.
Mom. I love you.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll do bad by myself.
Okay.
I don't need no help to starve to death.
Hello.
Like, yo.
Hello.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna front though. Sometimes that is, and I'm married. Got kids, grandchildren. But sometimes when I'm in the house by myself, like that is the
best feeling.
Yeah, it's like,
hold on. My
You
husband
ain't
said
got
he
to tell
was
me.
going away this weekend. I said, I got an idea. Get your suitcase. I said, why don't you get your suitcase ready? I said, can you leave
your
your work?
ass out.
Can you leave your work truck at your friend's house, and that way your boys can come and scoop you from Sayreville?
Right. You ain't gotta come home.
He was like, well, it depends on what you have to do. My weekend gonna be busy. You can go. I need that time.
That time you need a time.
I need that time. He was like, well, normally when we go out of town, we go out together. Sweetie, I'm okay with you going by yourself and your boys have a good time.
Listen, P was making fun of me.
I'll sit there. Not to cut you off. I'll sit there with no lights, no TV, no radio. No, just sit there like.
Listen, I got mad stuff to do this weekend. Tomorrow we're gonna be somewhere.
Yes.
We're gonna be in Harlem. So we have. My weekend is full, sweetie. You'll be for 48 hours. 46, 32, whatever. Have a good time. I need some me time.
P was making fun of me for being naked. Think about this. My entire life, it was always somebody around.
Okay.
My parents, my kids, my wife. Let me tell you, at 40, whatever I was, cut on all the lights.
Yes.
Put Mobb Deep up to 100. I put every television on. I had Madden. And my little dingling was
I can't.
because the freedom of check this out.
Yes.
PSENG. I got all of my lights on. Look. P, air conditioning on in the wintertime.
He said,
for real. Have you been peering into my house?
For real.
I have the light switch turned off.
Now.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Now, of course, look, my whole life I was turn it off. So
now
I just had to cut them on, just to say,
I'm here.
now, of course, I cut them. My electric bill is like, I'm never home.
Yes.
But just the freedom to be able to be yourself.
Yes.
And to be comfortable with your body.
Yes.
With your mind and with your spirit. That's the point. not my little bing, 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 bing.
Remy D said, that's how you do it, woo.
You damn right. Numb your whole brain. Damn right.
Just keep the blinds down.
Thomas.
Hello. I will answer the UPS man. Bam!
I cannot. Okay. Thomas.
I'll go to the door naked.
Thomas said, me and my ex were planning cruises a month later.
Her all-day family
was booked. Like, nah. Go enjoy. I'll chill at home with the dog and a remote. F that.
Peace. What's good, Milk?
She had the cruise, but then other people.
They were booked the cruise. Yeah, then she started adding on.
Then she's like, yo, we going on a cruise. You can come.
No. You go on a cruise. I'm
good.
Instead of going to Bahamas, I'll be in my apartment by myself. I got you.
Revy D said, free to be me.
Yes.
Revy
D
said,
flag fly, Rev.
There's a peacefulness in that alone time.
Yes,
the brain needs to replenish. Yes. That's
peace.
What yes.
Peace is important.
Hello. And Tracy Sunshine Tucker, good morning. She said alone is very different than being lonely.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. It's much.
I agree.
What she say? It's much out there to do when you still got to enjoy your life.
Facts.
Do you know?
And then wait, I'm sorry. Revy D was like when I was talking about the girl. Yeah. She was like getting that check. She was. And guess what he was doing, y'all? He was like this. I felt so bad for him.
He was all right though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's my caring heart. I don't like to see people get like used or played, and I felt so bad for him because he just was sitting there eating his food.
But you know what, Jackie?
Like,
he wasn't being used or played. You know why?
Because he allowed it.
Because he knew exactly what
he was
it was.
Into.
He knows that.
All right.
He's there for the company.
Forgive me for having a heart.
He said, not at all.
No.
I'm trying to tell you. These old jokers with these young
sugar
women
daddies,
like
you
that.
damn idiot, big dummy.
You know what it is already.
Yeah.
They know why she's there.
Right.
He's there to spend his money.
Yes.
He's willing to spend it to
Yes.
have some time.
Yes.
And maybe she might rub on him every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But she don't care if the check clears. She's good.
You know what? No disrespect to nobody. Shoot me. Like, no. Like, well, if I get to the point where I'm so broken down that I can't pull nobody, I got to pay for something. Let me shuffle off the motor coil. Maybe that's my ego and my pride. To pay a woman for my company.
Well, you know what? Listen. Listen.
Joker, nah,
you pay whether you think you do or not, bro.
You right.
Cause I want those guys. I ain't paying for that. I'm so I ain't gotta pay for this. Like yo, P. Like do you take her out?
So I didn't say it.
Do you buy her stuff?
Okay,
yeah,
P.
You pay for it.
Cussed out.
P. Let me have my delusion. Now, as a man and you got a woman, your ass
is paying.
You paying.
You understand?
Whether you think you're paying or not, cha-ching,
Jackie,
you are paying.
I'll be at the restaurant like, do you need that shrimp cocktail?
Let's go 2 for 20.
Like, yo, P runs Fridays. Can I get wait. I get mad that you don't know you're supposed to go for the 2 for 20 menu. I get mad.
I automatically go
now
in
watch
like,
this.
I need that
now,
2
P,
for 20.
Now, P, I don't say
one
nothing.
drink.
I don't say nothing. But I was like, P, I spent $79.
You could have went grocery shopping.
I spent $79 for a meal. Ain't got no vagina coming to me.
Wow.
Wait.
Thank you for the meal.
Hold on.
See you later.
Hold on. And I didn't go grocery shopping. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to masturbate, go grocery shopping,
and
play Madden.
And save your money. and you done came up $150.
I cannot.
Say yourself $150.
Yo, unbelievable.
Hold on, P. Hold on, Jay. Spanko vision. All right, what you say, girl?
I cannot.
Come on.
Wow.
Y'all too expensive. I can't afford y'all, yo.
Hey, Love Nicks, welcome. So we're talking
welcome.
about, welcome to the Man Cave Morning Show. We're talking about relationships after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone?
Yes,
Revy D is rolling on the floor. And so is Nikki Raspberry.
It's the man cave, Revy. It's the man cave.
All right, so Norm must have said something because Michael Lamont said true Norm. So Thomas, I cannot pronounce your last name and I don't want to screw it up. So, and usually I'm good with names.
Wolgerak.
Okay, thank you.
Just call him Milkbone.
Okay, Milkbone. All right.
Got it.
All
Okay,
right.
Milkbone.
He said they come back and get depressed.
I'm sorry.
From the trip. Remember the trip?
I'm still laughing at P when he was like, I could have got some groceries. I was like, I could have got some groceries.
Listen. When
Come
you don't
on,
know,
man.
you know. So Nikki Raspberry said the jack off continues woo.
Yes.
A mess.
Yes. And I'm also championship in Madden by my damn self.
One-handed at that.
I cannot.
It's a one-handed Madden champion.
The show done went left.
Hold on. Pornography here, controller there. I'm multitasking.
They doing magic tricks.
That's it. I don't have Madden sometimes.
So Diana,
is that a little sicky Jackie? Don't step in that puddle.
So they is so wrong. So I guess when you're alone, those are the things you learn how to do.
Wow.
So
Yes.
Diane Aguiar, she said, I don't think the issue for some people it's about being alone. I believe it has a lot to do with wanting a relationship.
Yes.
Just being with someone. At the end of the day, everyone wishes to be loved.
True.
This is true. But I say this for me.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
If I'm jacked up from the last relationship and you jacked up from the last relationship and you ain't take no time to
charging no car
to purge yourself from that toxic relationship that you were in and I didn't as well, guess what? We're going to have a hot mess on our hand.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll be in the same position that our exes was in. So do me a favor. Get you together. I'm going to take some time and get me together.
And guess what? We all over 40 and we got kids. So now I'm going to mess my kids up and your kids up because we're two dead batteries. No, thank you.
And Michael Lamont said, some women need the feel of security. It doesn't matter if they're compatible or not.
Yeah.
Well,
some men need to feel that too. It's not just women.
Thank you. That's true.
Yeah.
Listen, since we being transparent,
come on.
So my first marriage, I married for love. For love.
Love ain't enough.
No, I married for love because I was young and stupid. I was young and stupid. He looked good. His body was right. He dressed. He checked all of the boxes in my mind. But he didn't check all the boxes. Because...
Well, you didn't even know about those other boxes.
Yes, I didn't know.
Too young to know.
Listen, my mother warned me. I didn't listen to my mother.
Okay.
She warned me. I said, know what? My mother ain't never been married. What
she warns all of us. We never listen.
Yeah, I was like, what she know? She ain't never been married. I'm about to do this. I get married. The marriage does not work. We were together. I was married to him for 10 years, but I was legally married to him for 10. I was only married between 3 and 5. Leave, go back, leave, go back.
I got you.
Listen.
Teeter-totter.
And I was always the one to leave. And I was like, I'm snatch up my kids, I'm out, right? Okay. Then I get married the second time. Second time I got married, yes, it was for security. He was so not the person that I saw myself with. He was physically tall, like I've always been accustomed having, over 6 feet. Because all the men in my family are 6'1", 6'2", 6'5", 6'8". So I'm used to seeing tall guys. To me, that resonated. That's a man, right?
Is that right?
Yeah, that resonated, right?
Yes.
So that didn't work because he was a great provider. The house, I was never in the dark. My cable was never cut off. The rent was paid the day before the first. So that was not an issue.
That's big boy stuff.
Okay? He didn't have to worry about a car note because he got a car that was in cash. You understand?
Okay.
I had a salon at the time. I took care of my salon. You pay the house, I'm taking care of this. So, but he was great in that aspect. But we lived separate lives.
Wow.
So marrying for security, that don't always work.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who are doing that, great for you, kudos. But it didn't work for me because I'm the type of chick that I need love. I need affection. I need you to, love on me and hug me. Your money, that's gonna come and go.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, I can get paper. Okay, I need someone to pour into me, to talk to me. We didn't communicate.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, so it didn't work.
Jackie, you don't need me, and I don't need you. What I want for you to do is to choose me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Independent and autonomous, spiritually mature people that know what agape love is, which is unconditional, it's not physical.
Yes.
Come together to become more. I'm great by myself.
Yes.
But when I come with you and God is in the center, we become more. You cannot, it's not your job to make me happy.
Exactly.
It's not your job to pacify me and not tell me the truth. But I want you to choose me.
Yes.
Right? And so the bond becomes the choice, not the need.
Yes.
Now, I was able to understand this when I lost everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, but when it all fell away and the fear of my worst fears came true.
Yeah.
I am completely free. Not to say that I'm fearless, but I don't really do fear. I get afraid, of course. Yeah. But I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't start. I'm like, I'm afraid, let that pass. Because the worst can happen. If you could get a little time by yourself before you get into a relationship, maybe you don't have to be 47 years old to find who and what you are. Maybe you don't have to wreck other people's lives with your immaturity and your foolishness.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And maybe you can get a little more spirituality and not be so possessed by the physical.
Yes.
Now, it is easy for me at 47 to say this.
Yes.
Because at 23, 24, 25, all I was my penis. Like, it was nothing else that...
Yes.
So I just want to encourage young people to try to make an attempt to do it the way. And finally, how many of us have children with people that our parents warned us not to have? Now watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Of course my children are a blessing from God and I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
But
I changed that person.
Yeah.
But no disrespect to the person or whatever.
Yeah.
The person wouldn't have chosen me and I would not have chosen the person. If I had the mind that I have now, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yes.
So for young people, I think it's our responsibility to try to reach them in a way that they don't feel like we all preachy and yada yada. And maybe this show can be that.
Yes, can be that light.
Maybe the people that listen to us could show the show to their kids.
Yes.
Oh, they still play Madden. They still make mistakes.
Yes.
To say, listen, please.
They get butt naked and jerk off.
Get butt naked and jerk off. Right? But for the love of God, please slow down just a little bit.
And Love Nix, she said that's why you communicate. And she said men too. I guess about everything that I was talking about with the security and what Michael Lamont said.
Yeah,
yes.
This the man cave men, of course. Yes.
So, and Revy D, she said the answer to getting over the last man or woman is not to get under the next one.
Fact.
These are facts. These are facts.
What a lot of people
that was
do.
that cliche.
That's hard to do.
The best way to get over somebody is to find somebody else.
That sound good.
All have done that, I'm sure.
To do. Yes.
Yeah. And secretly, in your mind, you're thinking about that person when you're alone. Because nobody could be around somebody 24 hours a day.
Exactly.
It's just impossible.
But
yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And Love Nick said, how do you recognize security? Remember when Michael Lamont was saying a lot of women get with people? Yeah. So she said, how do you recognize security? Go ahead to your point.
That's a great point. I want you to answer that question. But this is what I wanted to say. If I would have realized, I'm getting lost because she threw me off. If I would have realized how important it would be to find I'm attracted to people now because I know who I am.
Yeah.
Whereas I was repelling people when I was in fear.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So I was in relationships and doing things because I was afraid of what I was going to lose and doing this and that. The fact that I lost everything freed me. I have a lot of choices. I don't got enough time in the day to live my life. It's so beautiful that I get an opportunity to love and spread light and do what I choose to do. But back in that time, everything was fear-based.
Yeah.
And I would say in a relationship that I'm alone. How could I be alone when I'm sleeping next to somebody?
Wow.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
Only until I lost everything.
Yes.
I live alone, but I'm not lonely at all. Like I can't even sleep.
Yeah.
That's how full my life is. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm with you.
And that would be I'm a better mate now.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You have to find myself.
Listen, last night I got home. I left the studio early, which is a miracle for me because usually I'm always lingering around. I'm doing other stuff. So I got home and I decided I'm going to do my music and everything. And I did it before the husband came home. And I was trying to get it in so I could spend that time with him. So then I had to run out and I got a phone call. Someone literally wanted me to come to this company, which I'm kicking myself that I didn't go because I'm always in business mode. I'm thinking that's an ad right there, right? But they called me like, can you get here in an hour? No,
I can't.
No. Like
my time is valuable.
Like you were sitting around waiting for the call.
Like you're 23 years old, grown.
And I say all that to say it was a great opportunity. But someone said to me one time, and somebody said it on the show, all money ain't good money. And I try to implement that. No, someone in the chat said that too.
Okay.
So I like to implement that. You said it as well. In my everyday living.
Yes.
And I equate that to everything, not just money, not just, my time.
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
That. It's
the
like
time is valuable.
It's not enough hours in a day for me to be everywhere that someone wants me
so
to
you
be.
choose.
When am I going to have my me time?
Exactly.
And that's important.
Which we're talking about.
Yes, because we're talking about relationship after relationship. Are you afraid to be alone? Some people have to constantly be around other people at any capacity. I know this guy. He broke up with his girlfriend. They was together, I want to say a good maybe 5 to 8 years, somewhere along there. They broke up over something really stupid. And I tried to talk to him because if you're my friend, I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to say, hey, listen, I think you're being a jerk. That was not a big deal or a deal breaker, for something of this magnitude for you to dump this girl and put her out. No, you got to move. Because trust me, I know you, bro. So I know you.
Yeah.
So that to me is small with the shenanigans that you be doing. So you don't
that.
like when it's done to you.
Exactly.
So don't you understand what I'm saying? So let's not go there. So
that's what it is.
Yes, he broke up with the girl, and he's single now. But when I say he's single, but he's never alone. He's somewhere in somebody's club.
Speak to that.
Somebody's cigar bar. Somebody's something.
Trying to find.
Like, dude, don't you get tired of always being in people's face?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna clap that.
Like, don't you need a break?
But can I say this to you?
Yes.
Okay. If their voice is in your head,
yeah,
you don't want to be by yourself.
Really?
No. If your doubt and your fear and your shame, if your existence is justified by the validation of another person,
yes,
then now you're not valid.
Yeah, put some earphones on with some music.
but there are a lot of people, I can smell them a mile away.
I get it.
That they've done so much bad.
Yeah.
That as soon as they're by themselves, them spirits get in their head.
Yes.
Those thoughts.
Yes.
That's guilt and shame.
Yeah.
And because they haven't made amends with the stuff that they did in their past, they just keep going from person to person to person to person. That's why they can't be by themselves.
Yeah.
And when things or people make you, all I have to do is take away that person to control you. Next thing I wanted to say, because something that you said was key, a deal breaker.
Yes.
Do you know that now that I'm by myself, I don't tolerate what I used to tolerate? And people might say I'm petty. I was in a relationship after my marriage. I was very much in love, right? And I thought, I was like, man, I'm about to get married again. It was right after my marriage, though. That should have been a clue. You know, and I guess I was afraid to be alone.
Okay.
Do you know what the deal breaker was?
Tell me.
Was it infidelity? No.
What was the deal breaker?
Was it theft? No. Was it money? No. The other person was self-absorbed.
Oh, it's all about them.
But listen now. But she was beautiful. She was intelligent. Why you
I'm
laughing?
sorry.
Why you laughing?
I'm so sorry for laughing. My ex-husband used to tell me all the time, it's not about you, Jacqueline.
Listen, she articulate.
Yes.
Led me to certain things in my life. Right? But would say things like, I'm sorry you feel that way. When I would say, I'm hurt. Legitimately hurt.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
That's funny.
Or when I'd be like, hey, can you do that? Well, I did so and so and thus and so too. Now, I'm not attacking that person, because if I was attacking the person, I would make it public. No. Listen to the deal breaker.
Yes.
When that person was not able to show me empathy, because in their mind, they didn't even know that they were selfish.
Yes. Yeah, no.
But most of the time, selfish people don't.
And it would,
I was her.
And it would frustrate me.
I was her.
And I thank you for acknowledging.
I was her.
I thank you for acknowledging
all
that.
the way.
Because let me tell you something. I need to be acknowledged, and I need to acknowledge you. Guess what, Jacqueline? I'm gonna go ahead and put my stuff down and do you. I'm gonna rub your feet. I'm gonna be quiet, even though I want something. But I'm gonna delay my gratification because I'm a grown up. And say, Jay, what do you need? Not, I'm tired too. I want to eat too. I wanted this, I wanted that. Final thing, because I always tell Jackie this. Nobody cares about what you feel, Jackie. You're pretty. Attractive women have a lot of stuff come to them without having to work.
This is true.
So what happens is, P, they don't realize that they're selfish.
Yeah.
Because everything that they get, they don't really earn. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm like this. P, she's so beautiful. She's so intelligent. But I'm empty inside.
Yeah.
Right?
I get it.
Now, okay, I'm trying to crush this in such a way.
No, don't.
Now
Speak the truth.
let's just say this.
Yeah.
Let's just say this. My life looks, we'll say things like, we never go anywhere, we never do anything. You know what's so ironic? I'm always somewhere now.
Yeah.
I'm always doing something now.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm living my dream.
Yes.
Not in a selfish way.
No, I get it.
But I'm not trying to feed all of this.
Yeah. I get it.
Jaggy.
I get it. I understand.
Which in turn makes me attractive.
Yeah.
Is that funny?
No, I
Well, when
get
I was
it.
like, Jackie, please.
You was a simp. That's your word?
L7 to the third power squared.
I get it.
And I don't feel guilty
yes.
for walking away from the relationship.
Well, hey.
How about that?
Makes sense. I'm going to read some of these comments
Even though
in here.
they've been rolling in.
I'm going to read some of these comments in here, and I'm going to start off with Diana. She said, my parents told me, no, don't do it. Laugh out loud, and I still did.
All of our parents told us that.
Listen, so you understand where I'm coming from. Revy D, she said, I was in a bad situation and realized I could do bad by myself. But bad was not an option. I wanted to do better. I pay my dues. Now I'm enjoying life. Kids are grown. Feeling the freedom. My children just bought me a car to enhance my freedom.
Oh, I love you.
That's beautiful. I be glad I'm thinking about me one, but I'd like them to give me some money.
You hear me, Armani and Michaela? I want a Lexus.
All right. And
that's beautiful.
Love Nick. She said, so that's it. And you, she said, and you know now. But do you now realize, even though you've changed, you still will judge the relationship and be quick to leave it when it's not what you want? Yeah, absolutely. I acknowledge that. Yeah, I acknowledge that. Because if it's, listen, I'd rather be happy and alone than miserable and with someone and making them miserable.
Yeah.
That's not fair to them. It's not fair to me.
Yeah.
So if stuff, we all have to put up with stuff.
Yes.
But how long do you put up with that stuff before you say enough is enough? I need to be free. So yeah, I acknowledge
sometimes my bullshit don't line up with her bullshit. That's okay.
Yeah.
Meaning I acknowledge my faults to the last comment. Of course, I do bad things.
Yes.
And you have to do that. You got to be grown enough to do that.
But I have to understand that we're not compatible.
Yes. We're
not compatible.
Juanita Carey on Heartstowns. Good morning. She said, good morning, kings and queens.
Morning,
love Nick. She said, good for you to choose your love and your life. Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, you have to do that, right?
Choose life.
If you want to be
have
sane,
it more abundantly.
all right?
That's
and
right.
she said again, and no, I'm not afraid to be alone, but it's better than putting up with someone who doesn't want to be with you. Amen.
Yeah.
Clap that up. Yes.
And we're not talking about being selfish.
Yes. No. It's a difference.
We're talking about acknowledging that we have needs that need to be met.
Exactly.
Period. And we don't want to be destructive to another person.
Yes.
That's what we're talking. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Revy D said, choices are so important, but we need to be careful how we choose.
That's a fact.
Yes. You say that again, honey. All right. So love Nick. She said, do you find people when they feel that way you really can't change them? Absolutely, especially if you over 40.
What you mean, Ma? Explain that to me.
Meaning, she's saying
what?
How you may be.
Go ahead.
And you get in a relationship, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay, love? If you're in a relationship or you're meeting someone and they are so set in their ways that you cannot change them.
Oh, yes.
Roll out. Don't do it because you setting yourself up for failure.
Facts.
Listen, we're all over a certain age, and most of our viewers,
right,
are like at least 35.
Yeah, we old as
so
dirt.
we have
that's our demographic, grown and sexy.
We have an older demographic,
right?
And they know that. It's first of all, it's not easy to be married. It doesn't come with a rule book, and if it do, that's from somebody who wants to sell books.
Exactly. Who's never been married?
Yes. Okay. Yes. All right.
They never messed up.
I'm gonna tell you how to do it. I never did it.
If you've never been married, I'm sorry to say you can't tell me anything.
Tell me
because I got
can't.
3 on you, boo. Catch up. All right.
I agree.
I got 3 on you. Catch up.
Look, I'm with you.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Until you walked in my old married shoes.
Exactly.
All right.
True.
So if you're set in your ways, like, okay, it's a chair in my house, right? Dawood's been in my home because he picked me up one time. You saw the couch, right?
That I fell asleep on?
He fell asleep on the couch. Everybody falls asleep on this couch.
What?
So it's a chair across the room by the window. My husband moves this chair every freaking day. So I go and I push it to show my frustration.
Right. Leave it the way I put it.
That frustration don't mean nothing to him. Because he does it all.
I'm about to say that sound like me. I'm probably look at it and put it right back.
I'm the type.
Put it right back where I put it, girl.
And I swear to you guys,
I do too.
Everything is on an angle in my house.
No,
everything.
I have OCD as well.
And
P, you don't got OCD?
I have OCD.
I have OCD.
And I can tell when someone
I have
touched
OCD.
something.
Yeah, I do.
So I push the chair back.
I have OCD.
Like if you don't stop get up from this chair, push the chair back the way it was, right? So that just goes to say he's set in his ways.
Yes.
That's something
But
that's
so are
small.
you. So are you,
Yes.
though.
Yes.
Yes.
That's something that's small that I have to deal with. It's only a chair. It's not going to ruin my marriage.
Yeah,
it's a chair.
exactly.
But
it could.
It could.
That's the
Or
thing.
I'ma just
Something
keep
as
pushing
small
a chair.
as that.
I'ma just keep
Just
pushing
a
a
quick
Yes,
aside.
go
I want
ahead.
to say this to my boss.
Yes.
Boss, have OCD.
Yes.
Norm hate when I be touching the mic. And I be like,
You know what it is? Sometimes it's you gotta fight those struggles. I mean, you gotta choose those
right.
struggles
Yes.
and battles.
Tug of war.
Wisely,
Yes.
because it's gonna be just like this throughout the whole marriage,
Yes.
the whole life. You gotta be like, you know what? It's a cheer. Is that
Yes.
important? Now, if somebody slipped and fell in some new poom poom, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's a battle you fight. No,
You
that's
bring such
serious.
a valid-
The chair.
P, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I gotta fight the OCD. Like, you know what I mean? Something like you said, you gotta pick and you gotta choose. And you gotta realize that it's not all about Dawood's OCD.
Yes.
So let me or the chair.
Yes.
But I have such
Yes.
and you know what? When you don't have OCD,
Yes.
when you don't have it, it's gonna drive you crazy.
Yes.
It's gonna make you think we're
So I
nuts.
don't like clutter and mess.
I don't like clutter
I
and
used
mess.
to, I used to
don't
date
like
this,
it.
This chick who like had it on super.
Oh, Fleek.
Super Fleek. was with it.
Okay.
Go by her crib or whatever. And I mean, neat. I like neat.
Neat and clean is important.
But I mean, when
And
it's
not
what it's
stinky,
like,
not stinky.
If
Sorry.
I remember she had was it a dish towel something? Somebody moved the dish. Oh no, it gotta be like this. You fold it up and.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not that bad,
I'm gonna
Jay.
tell you.
I'm not that bad.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
how.
I'm not that
I'm gonna tell you how
bad.
deep
I'm not
it is.
that bad.
One day, we're at a hotel. We're about to get in, right? She's taking off her clothes. Every
she
item of
fold 'em?
clothes she was folding it up.
Yo, that's too much.
I was looking at her. I was like,
no,
I ain't
Jay,
mad at
Jay,
her.
that's too
I
much.
was like,
Jay.
you don't throw that
That's
shit
too
on the
much,
floor.
Jay.
I was like, are you
Jay, that's
serious
too-
right now?
Stop laughing.
You are
That's too
folding
much.
Everything.
Jay, really?
Every piece she took
Really?
off. She took off her shirt.
I got Mandingo
Took
meat
off
out,
her
and you
bra.
folding the damn clothes?
The socks.
Really?
I'm looking at her
What
like,
you gonna do? Steam it?
if
Steam the crease
you
out of that shit
don't
too?
throw that shit on the
Oh,
floor.
you don't throw that shit on the floor?
Cause I'm about to
And let's
mess-
go ahead and get
I'm
with
about to
this.
mess
I
all of it up. Are you
cannot.
serious?
Remy
Are
D
you
is
serious?
on the floor.
Are you
rolling.
serious? That is a turnoff, ladies.
Yes.
all
I
right.
was
You
just
better,
like,
you better get with this Mandingo.
I'm gonna read
The
some
hell
of
with
these
them
comments
clothes.
because I cannot. Okay.
That's too
so-
much OCD.
Love
Yeah.
Nick. She said, "Do you find people when they feel that way, you really can't change them?" So we read that.
Yes.
Then she said again, "Yes, you may have freed her too when you left."
Okay.
I think that was
let
for
me,
you.
Let me pause it.
Yes, I think that
Yes,
was for you.
I did. It's not Dawood's world. Hold on. I did free her.
Yes,
Absolutely.
I freed
your-
him.
Fly away.
I freed him
Please
and
do
listen.
you. Yeah, please. I want you to be happy.
I think I made him a better person.
Love Nick.
And
I
sometimes-
want you to be happy.
sometimes-
Revy D said, "Misery loves
happy.
company. She ain't never
Yeah.
lied."
That's
Yeah,
right, yeah. That's right.
She
Revy
free,
D.
she free from my foolishness.
And
yeah.
she said, "I don't want to train you. That's your mama's job." And she's right. Remember you was talking about like retraining.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We don't want to feel like we got to come behind you. Listen, this, that, and the third. This, that. Can you not do this? Can you? Hello?
Let me speak to that.
No.
Of course, you're not my mother. You don't have to train me. But on the other hand, I'm not your therapist. Wait, I'm not your ex. I'm not your past relationships, your bitterness or resentment. And I can say no, thank you.
Love me, Nick. Love Nick's is a she cracking me up. She was like, "What would happen if you sell it? If I sell a chair?"
She be driving around. I gotta. Where's this damn?
She be on Amazon getting it. She be on
Googling it,
Amazon.
exactly.
Here's my goddamn chair.
I ain't gonna lie. I love this particular chair, but I was 30 seconds from sitting that sucker on the curb. she was like, there don't be nothing to fight
Yo.
over. You are 100% right. That chair?
Did you hear P? Listen, did you hear P?
Listen.
Let it go, ma. Let it go. Let it go. You'll be
Then
all right.
Paul Joseph Williams, he
You'll be
said, "Hi, he messing up your feng shui, Jackie."
Yes. Yes.
Yes, those are pet peeves, and we all come with them, especially if you're at a certain age. And that little thing, yes, it could turn into something
Hold
crazy.
on.
It could.
You know, my whole
Yeah.
life, it was my grandmother's feng shui. It was my wife's feng shui.
Now it's your feng shui.
What? You better put that goddamn remote back.
Revy D said you're not alone.
Yeah, like, is that wrong?
No, it's
my
not.
whole wait. No disrespect. I love y'all. If it wasn't for the strong black women, I would not be where I am today. Guess what? My whole life was a black woman telling me it go here, it go there. This is the color it's supposed to
Revy
be.
D was on the floor laughing about you. She was like, I guess about when you said she was folding up the clothes.
Come on, man. Your priorities is messed up.
Love Nick says Swisher, Febreze, extra plastic bag. I guess she's talking about the chair.
Love, you just made my PTSD
Oh my
act
God.
up. Because I'm smell patrol. I'm like,
Yes.
something's not right, Febreze it.
Yeah,
I'm
listen.
just like that.
Listen, we all got some issues.
I got a little
and
cuckoo with me, yeah.
It's okay to be that way. But if you know, those are things you got to work out when you're with that person. Or guess what? You're going to have relationship after relationship. And you probably will be afraid to be alone.
Yeah.
That's what we've been talking about this morning. So we're going to try to move on
And if
to
you don't
our...
acknowledge...
Did we have a second?
Yes, we did.
We did?
We're
Oh,
going to
wow.
move on to our second topic. Go ahead.
If you don't acknowledge you're crazy, your relationship
Yes.
is going to crash in flames.
So...
For the last 2 minutes of the show,
Yes.
what's the second? We should have just rocked out with this topic.
Yes. Should you ever cut your children off financially?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. When do you say you need to stand on your own 2 feet? I don't know for you guys, because I told you guys I love Ratchet television and I love watching other shows as well. So I try to have a balance of watching different things. But that Ratchet TV is hilarious. So when you think about the Braxtons, right? And one of the Braxtons' son, Tracy, her son, her only son, has his longtime girlfriend and she's pregnant. So of course the girl lives with them. So not only does he have living vagina, all right, he knocked her up. Now she's pregnant.
The son.
And they're gonna have a baby. So where you think they're gonna live?
Exactly.
For the first
he don't
6
got
months?
his own house. Oh, he's in mama house.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
He in his mother's house. Okay, take care, love. Have a great
Respect,
weekend.
love. Thank you.
You know, so where do you think that they're gonna live? So
Go ahead.
when do we as parents say enough is enough? Because I have a 24-year-old living with me.
Yeah.
Thank God he found a job, and it's only been 2 weeks. I'm looking for it to be 2 months. When he do 2 months, then I think he's doing something.
Yeah.
But hats off to him because he get up every day at 3:30 and go to this job.
Nice.
So I guess he tired of being broke
There you go.
and tired of asking me for $5 to get on the bus. All right. Yes.
Before we jump
Yeah.
off the deep end, can I give a shout out to my kids in particular?
Yeah.
And good kids in general.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum.
Okay.
My kids are super independent.
Okay.
Don't ask me for nothing. So it's like I'm on the other, like I know like some parents got kids where they always trying to jig and joker and get what they need. I'm honored to be in my kids' life because they only ask for when they need. And sometimes my kids will go without. And then I find out, I'm like, yo, you should have came to me. So when we're having this conversation, I also want to acknowledge responsible kids. Not that it's because I'm their dad and I raised them right.
Yes.
Look, they just naturally are on that bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're naturally not on it. So that's what I want to say.
No, I respect that.
Thank you, Armani. Thank you, Michaela. Daddy loves you.
The Man Cave Morning Show, if you're just joining us, and should you ever cut your children off financially? And before that, we was talking about relationships after relationships, and you know, are you afraid to be alone? So now we're talking about, should you ever cut your children off? Like, should you cut them off? Is that a hard thing to do?
What is a child, P?
Is that a hard
Are
thing
you
to do?
27 years old? You still P's child?
Exactly.
What the hell are you talking about?
My thing is this. I'm gonna say yes because you have to make them a responsible adult at some point in their life. And if you're constantly just giving, like they are still a child.
Yes.
In their minds, like, well, why would I get a job? Well, you want me to go get a job?
Yeah.
And you want, but mom, but dad, y'all always get no. See,
so
I can say
when does it end?
Well, I can say for me personally, and they didn't have to cut me. I'll cut myself off.
Yeah.
I'll say 15. 15 is when I first got my first real job. I've been working since I was 13. Used to have paper routes.
Yes.
And once I was able to get working papers, I got my first job. At 15 years old,
yes,
I bought a 52-inch big screen TV.
Yeah.
At 15.
Yes.
Myself, not my parents.
Yes.
Not nobody else. I went down to Rent-A-Center.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Got me a 52-inch TV and was chilling. I thought I was gonna put it in my room because I bought it with
the parents
for
put it in the living room.
My mom was like, "Oh no, that needs to go." I'm like, "What do you mean need to go in the living room?"
Because we all
she made me put my TV in the living room.
I would have told Rent-A-Center come and pick it up. I'd have been real petty. I'd have been petty.
I let it slide because she's mom. So I was like, okay. But from that time at 15, once I started making my own paper,
yes,
I never asked my parents for nothing.
My oldest daughter, she don't ask me for anything.
You feel me?
You
feel me on that?
I bought my own clothes.
My oldest daughter,
whatever I wanted, I paid for it.
Now that middle one and that last one,
that's something different.
My God,
right?
Can you spot me? Spot you? I've been spotting you your whole life.
Exactly. When you gonna spot me back?
Yeah. So Diana, she said,
at times I do, but I can't. And my son is 27 years old. Let me be clear.
Wow.
Let me be clear.
Wow.
Let me be clear. We're always going to be parents.
Yeah. You gotta be there for them.
So I'm not saying, but we're talking about opportunistic children, lazy children, and children that are taking advantage of you. So what do you profit your child if you give them money that they haven't earned?
Exactly.
That's not. You're not going to guilt and shame me. First of all, I raised your ass right. With values and everything. So you're supposed to have a work ethic. You're supposed to have spirituality. You're supposed to have responsibility because that's what I modeled.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna feel guilt, but I hear Diana and her heart's cry. But sometimes moms, I give and I give and I give.
Yes.
Sometimes people just suck the life out of their mamas, man.
And they take.
You 27 years old, partner, get your ass up and get your own and do something for your mama. How about that?
Yes.
Catching feelings.
I remember when my son had my first grandson, right? And it was around Christmas time, so he's like, "Yeah, pops, I seen this laptop,
What, for himself?
Yeah, he's like, I would like if you buy me a laptop for Christmas." I looked at him, I said, "Boy," I said, "you got a baby now. Your Christmas is over."
Hello.
I said, "You got to step up to the plate. Ain't nobody no Christmas gifts for you no more. It's
please
for the
clap
baby."
yourself up.
You know what I'm saying? I was
Please
like,
clap yourself up.
all that's out the window. I give you a Christmas card.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Listen.
saying? It's time to
testify. I ain't Christian
step
no
up and be a man.
What?
Yes.
You know?
Should you ever cut your children off financially, you're on the Man Cave Morning Show, and we like to say welcome to everybody if you're just joining us. So,
newsflash, grown ass kids. Newsflash, you grown bums.
Oh, wow.
This is Christmas to you. This is Christmas to you. You spending your money on your children.
Yes.
This is Christmas to you. You not getting nothing but a card. Love you, Dad. This is Christmas to you. Not getting anything. This is your birthday. Your birthday is, if your ass don't buy yourself a birthday cake, you're not getting one.
Yes.
Now, if you do your job right, which I had the distinct pledge, I'm about to cry. My son gave me a card and blessed me to have some money in it. I fell out, Jackie. Because
That's
my
big
tank
right there.
My tank was E. He was like, "Dad, here."
Wow.
My daughter was like, "Dad, here."
That would make you cry. I mean,
Yeah.
that
My
choked
daughter-
you up a little bit.
My daughter, I'm about to choke up. She said, "I'm gonna take you out for your birthday."
Wow.
Nice.
Took me to Nubian Flavor over there on Springdale. Gave me. I was, you feel me? Because it showed me that they could see me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because I'm used to that struggling, don't ask nothing for nobody. Now, back to these trifling ass, grown ass kids that got kids. I did not make this baby. Now, P, we all know as grandpa ain't never gonna let the grandson slip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But damn it, all the hell to the father, I'ma make it hell and misery.
That way he don't have another one.
Meaning, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
get you.
how the hell you gonna come to me and say, "Give me a laptop," and you got a baby?
Yeah,
How you
exactly.
gonna come?
Let me
Catch
read
your feelings now.
Let me read some in the chat real quick. Diana Aguirre said, "At times I do, but I can't. And my son is 27 years old."
Yes.
Then Very D said, "My kids had to learn early to do laundry, clean, cook, work, work all of it. Yeah, I did the same thing. And once again, Diana said, I don't give him money, but he's under my roof.
Yeah.
I give him what he needs.
Okay.
Yeah, but you see,
listen, sweetie, I can speak to that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a female.
Speak on it.
These sons.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Diana. Listen to me.
Or daughters with daddies.
With the sons. I can speak definitely to the sons because we are doing them a disservice.
Yes, you are.
We are not making them men.
That's right.
We are making them mama's boys.
Yep.
And they'll go out and have a baby, get a wife, whatever.
Yep.
And they won't be a man.
Yep.
For that wife.
Yep.
Now, you I'm sure are probably a good mother like the rest of our listeners are and people who view this station on other platforms. But I'm telling you what I know. My son is 24 and I know I coddled him.
Yes.
He was my only son.
Yes.
I didn't want him to I wanted to keep him under my wing because I didn't want him to go out and do the wrong things. My son hasn't been arrested, knock on wood. He hasn't been in any trouble because I did all of that. His dad didn't help him do that. I did all of that, okay? So we're doing a disservice to them when all they can, Mom, you got $20. I need to go get a haircut.
Let me go
deeper.
Get
a job.
Let me go deeper with you.
Yes.
All you gotta do is treat your sons the way you treat your daughters. Boom. Like a lot of times mothers coddle their kids. Now, for me and P, the daddy's little girl, that's the problem.
Yeah, and
daddy's
that's a
little
problem.
Girl.
That's a problem because even my husband, his daughter, she's in college. She work, got a little job that she work at, but she'll never have no money. And she'll come to him and be like, "I need such and such," and he's paying child support.
Not listen.
No. Hello?
That can cause enmity between a husband and a wife. Daddy's little girl, that could be a problem.
Well, I'm gonna say that, Jackie, and I guess sometimes people get it a little twisted. I guess with child support. I mean, I can put it, and I guess it's subject to the person and the situation. Child support, you give that. It's supposed to be to support the child, whatever. But I mean, if you have a real relationship with your child, and your child comes to you and say, "Hey, Dad, I need XYZ," you're gonna give it to him.
But at 20,
you have some that are bitter. Like I said, if the mother and father are bitter to each other, that might not happen. But well, I gave your mother, child. But see, at the end of the day, that's bad to be that way because. The child has nothing to do with none of that. It has nothing to do with that whole situation.
I get you. You're right, and I understand that. But at 20, when I was 20, I was already on like my first life, I should say. I had a baby. I was about to get married. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have... my daddy ain't never paid child support.
Yeah.
Okay. And my mother did what she had to do to take care of us. And I'm not down to anybody who paid child support. But the money should go to the child. And if you're getting anything over, just say $145, $50 a week, and you blowing through that, something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Let me rewind.
You shouldn't have to come to me and ask me for money.
First of all, a mother is always going to be harder on a daughter than she is a son.
Okay, true.
A father is always going to be harder on the son than the daughter. Now, that's why it's important that we come together as a family. Now, once the family splits, so I want to speak to P and to you. As a person, who has to pay that, as a father, they're going to get more. Now, what ended up happening to me was my kids were a little older, so they come to me directly. Because a lot of times maybe that person was kind of taking advantage, this and other. But let me speak to women out there that have good men that are spending a little too much. You understand? Giving a little too much extra. Let me say this to you in particular, and all the women that are listening. Have compassion. You know what I mean? Because this idea that we black fathers don't do nothing and we're not around and we're not there. A lot of times we give a little extra from guilt, from shame. Your job is to help us see and love when we're being taken advantage of. But when you come at us like this, everyone comes look at P, look at me. Do they go, P is loving? No, they go, he sure is big. Do they say Dawood is compassionate? That's a big joker. The entire world is adversarial. Listen now, it's adversarial towards us. So when you come with the adversarial energy, we just. but it's a delicate issue because I understand, like, if I'm in a relationship with my children and I am, it's child. Listen. Okay. It's child support, which may go to somebody, and then it's me supporting my child. So now I'm in a position where I'm floating two different people.
Yeah.
Because maybe that child support ain't going to my kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now when my kid come back to me after I done paid my child support, like, yo, there's nothing to eat in the house.
Yeah, then that's the issue. That's different.
Now, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, Jackie as my wife, like, yo,
watch that Amber.
I'm sorry. And now my life, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
My new wife is screaming on me. My old wife is screaming on me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes me like, what am I supposed to do? I want to take responsibility.
Yeah.
I feel guilty that I'm no longer there for whatever reason.
Yes.
Whether I cheated, she cheated, or whatever. But Jay, if you're not support, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
I'm not trying to bash you or nothing.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Every man that I know is a good man. And every man that I know got kids and your kids and step kids and one wallet, trying to figure out what in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally get it. So I'm gonna read. I totally get it and respect. I'm gonna read some more comments. Tisa Thomas Scott, she said, watch that this morning before I went to work. I guess she was talking about the should you ever cut your children off financially. All right. I'm gonna go down because it was a lot that she put in here.
He's 27.
Yeah, she said well, my son worked. This is from Tisa.
Okay.
She said, well, my son worked, pay his own car insurance, even his own copay to go to the doctors. He is 24. Don't ask for nothing. I teach him very independent. Okay.
I honor and respect that young man. I honor and respect him.
Now, to me, that's a mean.
I honor whatever your name is, Mr. Scott.
Yeah,
I respect
Tisa.
you.
Tisa.
No, but the son.
Oh, the son. Okay.
Obviously, Tisa raised him right, but for the son to do that, I respect that.
So Paul Joseph Williams said, your child thinks you buy them food, you pay their lights, pay my cell phone, bought me the Xbox and Jordans. Your kids think, why I gotta go out and get a job when you're buying me everything?
Facts.
My oldest, thank God, is independent, but my baby daughter, I almost have to budget my check because I know she's going to hit me up during the week.
Stop. This is my
Listen.
fault. Whose fault is that?
Listen.
Exactly.
Whose fault is that? I'm not judging Joe.
No.
He created a monster.
And she's gonna be
created a monster, yo.
For that dude.
For whoever she's
with, it's gonna be rough.
Because that's all she want to know is give me.
Well, my daddy too. My daddy part everything. If you can't do like my daddy,
right?
That's
and that feeds our ego.
Yes.
Especially when we're not with the child's mother.
See me.
I'll tell you, go back to your daddy.
Yes. You know, go back. Go back.
Go back.
So Juanita Carey Hartstell, she said, I agree with you. You have to cut them off. Now, my truth is, it was extremely hard for me, but I finally did it.
Yes.
And it feels great.
Yeah.
Now, unless it is an absolute emergency, it's not happening.
There you go.
Respect.
Juanita, I think that's all of us. If anyone's here banging on their chest like, we've did it, it's probably that we had to go through a process before we could get to. We're not saying this is what we did. No, we had the tears and the guilt and everything else. So respect.
So I'm gonna go to Marianne Design Diva Muhammad. She said, no, I think that gives others the chance to take advantage of your child. I know exactly what she means.
Explain that.
If I'm wrong, correct me. I think she's saying others to take the exes. They use that as porn to get that paper.
Oh yeah! Oh
yeah!
Clap that up, P.
Get that paper.
That's 85% of it.
I swear to you guys, men and women.
Yeah, that's true.
I got divorced from my first husband. I went to court. The judge said, looked at the paper. He said, "Oh, you have kids by him. I'm gonna order him to pay you child support." I did just like this. And he was a black judge. I said, Your Honor, I don't want his money. My kids don't need his money. They have me. I don't want him in the system for paying child support. He can have visitation. I just want my last name back. And we are good. No court should have to tell a man to take care of his kids.
Well,
I promise you, on my right hand, he fell over like... He was like, I commend you. I wish more women came in here and didn't want child support. He was like, you are an anomaly, and I'll take that and I'll wear it. I don't need you in a court system, because guess what? If the courts run down on you because you ain't paying child support, now you can't pay child support because you in jail.
Exactly.
He was a truck driver.
Yeah.
How he gonna drive his trucks and give them what they need if he's in jail and his license suspended?
That's how the system gets
you.
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
Yeah.
Particularly, and I want to thank women, because you're not the only one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I want to thank you because I'm a black man. You throw me in that system, I may never come out again.
Facts. Yeah.
Now, from the male perspective, what I find of all the people that I know, all my peoples, you're going to get more than whatever. Like, when you made that, like, let's say that happens between me and you.
Yes.
The amount of money coming out of my pocket towards you and the kid will be more than any judge could ever.
Yeah, that's how some women screw themselves in. You're right, because
you
the judge might say,
put me in the system.
Yes,
give me $140,
right?
And you's going to get $300.
Now, in my mind, if I know Jay didn't put me in the system, when Jay called me, I'm like, yo,
I did that.
Now, why don't more women understand?
Yeah,
I'm asking a question.
Yeah,
right. I'm telling you, I'm gonna repeat.
Sometimes people are bitter.
When you don't take me through the system, I know
a lot of guys who feel that way.
I'm going to always remember that. Listen. And on top of that, Jay could be like, hey, Dawood, nothing for nothing. I need my nails done. No, just let me.
I get you.
Yo, Jay. Here you go. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Thank you for not putting me in the system.
And you like this. Thank you. In other words, woo, I don't need it. I'm not trying to take advantage of you, but I would like that. Look. So women, that's why the Man Cave Morning Show exists.
Yes.
Understand how we think. The problem is you have your open enemy in your mind telling you how to treat your own man. Yeah. When I say open enemy, you know what I mean. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
So I'm going to read a couple of these comments and then you can read those.
All
so Diana, again, she said, mama boy he is, but he is a good son. He is lazy as hell, and trust me, I'm constantly on him to do what he must. He never been arrested, nor do drugs or have any kids. I'm gonna clap that up because I understand. I have one of those too.
Yes.
And I guess he got tired of his sisters being on him. I'm on him, my sister being on him, my mother being on him. Like, when you gonna get a job, Craig? Like, come on. You live at home. You can't buy tissue. You don't buy anything in here, but you constantly taking my money and running down to the poppy store, getting chicken and waffles every day.
Wow.
Like, no, we don't live like that. How about you cook? But then again, when you cook, you eating up everything and you're not bringing nothing in here. Like, you don't even buy tissue and paper towels. It's crazy.
I tried to make sure my sons were not going to grow up to be someone else's issue.
Right. Amen to that.
Revy D. That's an issue, Lou.
Yes.
But as long as it's paid and the household is covered, don't hassle me about what I should spend on. My kid's father never paid. I worked hard, even through illness.
Wow.
Diana Aguilar. Yes. The situation with him and I is that we have. I lost my entire family, so he doesn't want to leave me, especially knowing that I'm ill.
Yes. Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah. That's a different.
Did you read everything she said that that's an issue? Did you read that?
I just read
all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Wow.
Well.
Did you read Juanita? I'll read it. Excuse me. Juanita Caring Heartstown. She said, yes, Jackie, I have 7 brothers. I witnessed the system destroying families rather than help. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That, I think in my mind, that's why I was so coddling with him, because I didn't want him to grow up. Like, women, we good with pushing a son, be a man, do this, do that, at a young age. Man up, don't cry. Shut up. You acting like a girl. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear General in my ear saying, here go Dawood about the man. But check this out. Is anyone familiar with the WIC program?
Yes.
Listen
to
me.
Cheese,
watch this.
Eggs.
What's it called? Women
and children.
Infant children.
Yes.
Let me say that again. Let me just say that about the system. Women and infant children, because we know no man ever needs help with food.
Wow.
No man ever. Now, does it say Fickwick?
No.
Does it say fathers, women, listen now. And if I was driving along, I was driving one day like,
and it hit you.
It hit me like, listen, this is a brutal, bestial, satanic system. Just because I recognize that doesn't mean I'm always talking about the white man, the white man, the white man. When you look at the welfare system and who's in those apartments, who's getting the Section 8, listen, it's women and children. Is it a man that needs some assistance and then they get up off the system? What do they say?
Nah, matter of fact, if a man is in there, usually they try to drop the system.
They tell the woman, you better not have a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Now these women grow up in the system and they go, oh, so what I'm gonna do? I don't need a man. What I'm gonna do at 17 is I'm gonna have a baby and apply for the system so that I can get an apartment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I wish I had thought like that.
I am not. Listen. I am not giving men an excuse.
Yeah.
But everyone within the sound of my voice, if you don't understand that the system systematically destroys us.
Yeah.
Physically, financially, emotionally, it takes our lives.
Yeah.
These women, you gotta start understanding. Once you put us in the system,
you never get out.
We could never give out. Now, last thing. In the 30s and the 40s before, we're going to wrap it up. In the 30s and 40s, there were no welfare. There was no welfare at all. But
and they survived.
But yet, the family stayed together.
Yes.
I'll leave you with that.
Wow.
All right. Once again, another great show today.
Yes.
We want to thank everybody for joining us, everybody in the chat. You know, the caller who called in earlier, you know. I love this show. I love the
I love my family.
The dialogue, the rhetoric, you know, and I love the participation by our viewers, you know. So make sure you guys are back here Monday morning, bright and early.
We're gonna be on time because it's a new week.
Yeah, new week. Storm will be back here, you know. Back with his booty hurting a little bit, but he'll be back.
Yo, your boy said that.
He'll be back in full effect.
I'm just your employee. I can't talk to General like that.
I'm part owner. I can say
that. Owners talk. Employees don't talk like that. So yes, the co-owner said that.
My name is Bennett.
So we just want to thank you guys once again.
Thank you
and like
so
I said,
much.
you know, the show is never about us.
It's always about you.
Because you are
the next best kept secrets. Wakanda forever.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio. BKS1. God bless y'all.